Hello! Hey, how you doing? Hey, get it one more time for Monty and Lena and Nancy, right? Hell yes. Give me your phone, whatever. I don't care. I don't care about it. I don't care about that you were doing that at all. Nobody cares. I'm not going to talk about it for 5 minutes. No, I'm Alex. I'm so happy to be here at Rhino Comedy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy there's multiple people here. That's great. I've actually done stand-up comedy for one person before. Yeah, twice. Second time was the worst because it was the same guy. And she was on her phone. Okay, it's good to be here. Thanks so much for sitting up front. That's great. I love it here. My name's Alex Grubard, and no, we're not saying Alex Rhubarb. That comes up a lot. A rhubarb is a vegetable, often baked into a pie. A Grubard is a Jew, often baked into or high. That's me, yeah. I like to get high. There's some highs I don't like to do, like I will never get high on life. I don't touch this stuff. It's not for me. But I'm a big stoner. I like smoking weed. I smoke pot with my dad. Does anyone else do that? You know my dad. Yeah. My dad's the best. You love to smoke with him. You do. My dad. It's fun though. My dad, I don't know about your dad, but my dad, he's been rolling joints my entire life, but now he's got a medical marijuana card. And he goes to the dispensary and he buys all the newfangled weed stuff. My dad goes to the dispensary all the time. My dad's a real New Yorker. He lives in Connecticut. And he buys all the new stuff. He doesn't know how to use it. My dad got these THC Listerine strips that you peel like postage stamps. And he kept complaining that they don't work for like 2 weeks. Then I went to visit him. He gave me one. He took one. And immediately I was like, Dad, you've been dosing paper. And you've been throwing away the weed! This is a Connecticut move. You're from Connecticut now. But my parents are great. I love my parents. My parents are celebrating 35 years. Incredible. 35 years. I know. 35 years apart. I don't think they've spoken to each other since my bar mitzvah. That was the last time. I remember they were like, Alex, you're a man now. You're the middleman. You're a messenger. Tell the other one this. You have chickenpox. Now go away. That's how I was raised. Yeah, my parents got divorced when I was 1 year old, so we had a good run. Smooth for a little while. And that was both of their second divorce. My dad's been married and divorced a third time. Good luck to any woman that falls in love with me. Statistics show she's getting half of my shit. I just have no idea what she is going to do with one Xbox controller. Not much. Well, you'll never believe it. I'm engaged. Oh my God. Yeah, isn't that crazy? Yeah, anybody hiring? Yeah, it's tough. I don't know. We're trying to throw a wedding. We're doing a long engagement. We're thinking deathbed. It's tough. I don't know. They're so expensive, we got sticker shock. At this point, we're thinking a small wedding. Just her. She doesn't need me there. She's very independent, you know? But she's cool, and she's from Philly, and I don't know, I'm scared of her family, honestly. Because not only are they from Philly, they're like ex-Philly cops. Like, that's her family. Her dad is like this terrifying ex-Philly cop, and he, we threw an engagement party, and he gave us a gift. Like, you ever get a gift from somebody, and the way it's wrapped, it's obviously a book, and then you open it, and it's a gun? Sir, who do you think I'm shooting? What's going on? Cops, man. Yeah, he got out. He's not a cop anymore. Now cops all have body cams, you know? Everybody wants to be an influencer. That's how it is. They are from Philly. They have that Philly accent, you know? Like my fiance, she always says wooder instead of water. That's pretty common. She also says bagel instead of bagel. And as a New York Jew, it just fucking kills me. But in a hot way, I like it. Say it again. Bagel with creme cheese. Sexy. And she's from Philly. Instead of saying goodbye, she says, get home safe. Because it's so dangerous there. I lived in Philly for years. Not once was someone like, have a great night. See you tomorrow if you survive. That's what they were would say? They would say, get home safe all the time, and they would worry about me as being from out of town. They would always be like, how you getting home? Oh, I'm walking. No, I'll drive you. Then they drive me home, drop me off at my doorstep. Thanks for the ride, man. Alex, get home safe. Dude, I'm home already. The only way something would happen is if you do it to me. Terrifying. This guy's like, this is a comedian? I thought it was a pile of blankets. I'm cold. I'm freezing out. It's cold out. I don't really know what to tell you. I never know what to say in the winter. Like, someone sneezed in front of me the other day, and I said Gesundheit. And they informed me that Gesundheit is German for good health. And I thought to myself, I'm Jewish. I should probably stop saying German phrases. So from now on, whenever someone sneezes in front of me, I go, the Holocaust. I'm just trying to be polite, all right? That's how it is. But yeah, so me and my lady, we live in New Jersey now. We live in Jersey City, which is fine. Nobody get one woo? Okay. Interesting. Yeah. So we, I don't know, Jersey City, it's been unique. It's got a lot of nicknames, I found out, and one of them is the Six Borough. People call it the Six Borough, and, I don't like it either. Nobody likes it, but I think, 6 is not that bad. Like, for top 10, pretty good. What's the ranking of New York boroughs? Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, the Bronx, Philly, Jersey City, Miami, Denver, Long Island, and then Staten Island. They're at the bottom. Yeah. Well, we live there. It's cool, and I don't know what's going on in our life right now. Our car just broke down. I had to take the train here, and I don't know, it's tough. My car broke down on the way to a gig in Pennsylvania, and I took it to the shop, and they said that the oil was burning too fast. And I was like, well, can we throw a menorah in there? I think this thing lasts another 8 days. That would be great. I don't know. I don't like driving. I'm terrible at driving. I'm always just freaking out about everybody on the road. I think every car should come with 2 car horns. There should be the one that's like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? Honk. And then there should be the other one that's like, hey, everyone, I'm so sorry I'm doing this. Eep. That's how I drive. Beep, 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 beep. That's how I drive, yeah. But yeah, I lived in Philly for a long time because that's where I went to college. I finished college in 1 year. Here's my secret: drop out. I actually dropped out of college at 18 and went back at 24, and I graduated at 29. Yeah, you don't have to applaud. You're not my parents. No, it's fine. You don't have to. Did anyone here graduate college by the time they were 22, within 4 years? Anybody do it? You did? Go fuck yourselves. You think you're better than me? You are. You definitely are. Don't even tell me what your SAT score was. I got a 1. They say you get 100 points for spelling your name right, but I wrote down Alex Grubard. Mucked it up, I did. Any other dropouts? Suffern. What the fuck? Make me feel like a real piece of garbage. I don't know. I did go back to college, and people would always be like, oh, Alex, did you feel old taking classes with teenagers, Like, was it weird being a 29-year-old college kid? You can't be a college kid when you're 29 years old. Those are college adults, okay? Whenever a freshman came up to me and asked directions to the next class, I would give them a silver dollar like I was their grandparents. It was tough. I don't know. College, what are you going to do? I just have a learning disability. I just never learned what it is. What's the learning disability where you always want to fight campus security? Kind I have, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I was down in Pennsylvania. I went to Temple University, and while I was at Temple, which is like a state school, I worked at UPenn serving coffee to Ivy Leaguers. And I noticed something about Ivy Leaguers. You know what they all get with their coffee? Spit. I spit their coffee, all right? That's how it is. So, did you guys go to Penn? I'll buy you a cup of coffee right now. Don't worry about it. We went to Penn State. We are not impressed. Okay. Fun. Did you guys get me? I know that I do stand up the way an American goes to a foreign country and just starts yelling English at people. Like, why do Americans do that? I've never seen a Mexican guy at the Statue of Liberty. ¿Dónde está el baño? Doesn't happen. I'm terrible with languages. Like, my family, we're Jewish, but we're culturally Jewish, which is where you're like, I've never read the Torah because I own a television. And my family forgot big things. Like, when I was 12, they were like, you need to get bar mitzvah next year. You need to learn Hebrew immediately. And I was like, I've been failing middle school Latin for 3 years. So that's probably not going to happen. In college, I had to take a foreign language, and I chose Italian, a language spoken in one country, and that is not even a UN Security Council member. It's a useless dying language. In my experience, Italian is only around so the people from New Jersey can be proud of being from New Jersey. Here's what my Italian professor would do that would drive me crazy. She would call on me when I was not raising my hand. That is very impolite. Che molto impolito. If there are any teachers out there and you call on me and I am not raising my hand, I will pull my phone out in front of you and go on ratemyprofessor.com. 1 star, no chili peppers. That's how it was. She would just pick someone randomly and just start speaking to them in Italian. Ciao, mi chiamo Marcella, come ti chiami? Come ti chiami? I'd be like, listen lady, I'm gonna drop out again. I don't understand you. I don't understand you! Why am I yelling? The microphone in my computer doesn't work very well, and this is an online class. Okay. I'll be honest with you guys. I took an edible in 2009, and I have not come down. Guys, like, I've seen you do stand-up for 5 minutes. You were obviously on coke. Listen, I'm not a coke guy. I just own a lot of keys. Keep up joke. I don't know. I'm not a coke guy. I did coke once when I was 18 to see if it would make me look cool. And I didn't get into it. But also, I'm the sort of person that once when I was 8, I snorted a line of pepper to see if it would make me sneeze, like in the cartoons. I got really into that. Drugs are fun, I guess. It's fun. We do more magic mushrooms lately, and they're fun. It's like, I'm looking away. But they're fun. They're magic mushrooms. They're fun. They're therapeutic. They need to legalize them immediately. People ask me, Alex, how's therapy? I'm like, it's going very well. My doctor's a dragon. You need his number? He's the best. If you've never done them, they just make you feel so full of life and love. I was on mushrooms a little while ago. I was feeling so full of love that I texted both of my older sisters in a group text. I love you both so much. And my oldest sister texted back, aw. And the middle child texted back, are you on drugs? Yeah, I love you. That's how it is. How many people smoke cigarettes? The answer is 45 million in America. That's all those college jokes because I'm not smart, all right? But yeah, I don't know. Some of these are trick questions. Did anyone have a birthday within the past year? No? You guys are off the grid? Good for you. I actually have the same birthday as my mom. Different year. But it's true. It's true. I was born on my mom's birthday. And growing up, my mom would always tell me, oh, Alex, you were the best birthday present I ever got. Which is really sweet. So now I never get her anything. I'm like, Mom, can I re-gift you this gun? Alright, they're cool. But I don't know. It's, life is good. You guys are drinking, I guess. That's your drug of choice. I like to drink. I've been drinking a lot lately, and it is not enough. Kind of where I'm at. I'm a rude drunk. You guys know the phrase an Irish goodbye? It's where you're at like a party and get really drunk and then you leave without saying goodbye. And I don't do that. I do the Jewish goodbye, which is where I go to a party. I get really drunk, then I say goodbye to every single person at the party, and then I stay. Rudest thing you could do to anybody. I'm at parties like, man, I do not want to be here with you anymore, but I have nowhere to go. Why don't you come here? I'll tell you about this dream I had. That'll be fun for everyone. Oh yeah, it's fun drinking. I don't know. Yeah, but doing the drugs, I don't know. You know when you're in a rut in your life, what do you do? I'm a comedian. It's a lot like being self-unemployed. It can be weird. And a lot of my friends in Jersey City lately, I've known them for years, and they're like, what do you do during the day? Which is just a polite way of saying don't quit your day job. You know? I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. Something like Shakespeare said, the world is a stage, but he never had to do stand-up on a Tuesday in Easton, Pennsylvania. You know what I mean? That breaks down. Yeah. That's been my week. But yeah, I don't know. It's cool. So I don't know. Do you guys watch the news? Do you watch TMZ? What do you guys watch? I read Huffington Post because it makes me feel like I'm huffing the news, and that's what I like. Do you guys watch news? Do you watch Nick News? Anything? I'll be honest with you guys. Nickelodeon was my stepdad. Yeah. Nicholas L. O'Dion. He was a good man. He's the best. But we're not really at war, but I guess we're involved in some wars. That sucks, you know? Ukraine war. You guys going? Seems dangerous to me. I was in Brooklyn talking to a friend of mine, my friend Catherine, and we were talking about the Ukraine war, and she was like, they drafted everybody. Everybody got drafted. Can you imagine if we did that here? If New York City was invaded and you had to stay in New York and defend New York City? I was like, I live in New Jersey. You're on your own, Catherine. It's you against Putin. Don't worry about it. Yeah. You guys are fun. You laugh and then you're immediately down. Okay, don't worry about it. You guys know that feeling where you're like, man, I haven't done stand-up in 2 days, but I've hosted Zoom trivia every night, so let's rock and roll. I don't know. I've had other weird jobs, like I'm a comedian now, but my first job in life, this is aging me, but my job was at a place called American Video Store, and if you've never worked at a video store before, you never will. Yeah, that is a lost trade, you know? It's like being an alchemist or a smithy or something. And it's too bad. That was the best job in the world. There was only one rule at American Video. Do not laugh in anyone's face when they rent a porno. Hardest rule in the world to follow. I laughed so hard I will never forget the name of the first porno I ever rented to somebody. It was Booty Duty 3. Yeah, you've seen it. Hey, I've seen all 7. Don't worry about it. If I wrote that movie, the first scene would have been a police chief leaning on a desk, yelling at a detective, Johnson, you're on booty duty. But don't let what happened the last 2 times happen again. Can't find a good cop in this town. You know what? Fire them all. This is Camden, New Jersey. You guys know that? Camden, New Jersey laid off 100% of their police force a little while ago. 100, yeah, which is an excellent way to cut down on police brutality. Drastic move. I don't know. It sucks getting laid off. I've been laid off before, and it sucks getting laid off because it sounds like it should be a good thing, right? Getting laid is great. Getting off, also awful. Getting laid off while you're at work should be fantastic. But it just means you can't come anymore. Anyway, there were so many good titles in American Video. Face Jam, they were all great. I think my favorite title had to be Crack Attack. Because Crack Attack is what happens when there's no one on booty duty. Very serious. Saturday night, I love it, staying out late. You guys going to the after hours bar, the consignment store underneath us? Could be fun, right? I'm kind of a night owl, meaning I eat a lot of small birds. I suffer from insomnia. I can't get to sleep. And they say you should develop a nightly routine, and that's how you'll beat your insomnia. I did develop a routine, and it works like a charm. Every night when I want to go to sleep, first things first, I chug a pint of beer. I know it's unorthodox, but I've already had 15 that evening, so shut the fuck up about it. Then I watch 8 episodes of Seinfeld, 6 episodes of The Simpsons, 4 episodes of South Park, 1 episode of Gossip Girl. Go upstairs to the roof. I call every single one of my ex-girlfriends, except Julie. I go downstairs. I drink 4 more beers. I go back to the roof. I call Julie. I go back downstairs into the basement, and I don't even want to tell you what I do in the basement because it's illegal. I have someone's Hulu password. Do not tell anyone that. Is this thing on? It better not be. I go back upstairs. I order Chinese food. I drop some acid. I go out into the backyard. I hallucinate several dozen sheep jumping over a fence that I ritually sacrifice. Now I'm able to say my prayers. I go back up to the roof to stare at the moon until it becomes my god, which is what I call watching the sunrise. I go back downstairs. There's a knock at the door. It's a bunch of Jehovah's Witnesses. I'm like, do you have any idea what time it is? I'm trying to sleep. They ask, have you ever thought about investing financially in the Word of God? I'm like, listen, you know what you call a Jew that doesn't have any money? Atheist. I slam the door, I'm furious. I go back into the roof to cool off. This time there's an old man already up there. He's got bright red skin like he's been in the sun too long. Horns coming out of his head, a trident. Flames are shooting off of him. It's Judgment Day, the end of times. But I live in New Jersey, so no one can tell. I get up on the ledge to get one last look at the New York skyline, but instead I look down. You know, I thought about suicide sometimes because I'm white. And I think to myself, I'll never sleep again. And Satan yells out, you can sleep when you're dead. So I jump. And then I'm falling. And then I'm falling. And then I'm falling. And then I wake up and I'm screaming at people at Rhino Comedy. That's every night. Guys, thank you so much for that. Thank you very much.